I bring greetings of love to you from the Bible Students Committee of Africa, from many brethren around the world who love you as I do, and from various brethren who have been in your midst before and were not able to attend this year. They wanted their love sent to you. This is the Lord's doing, because we have representatives here from North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. 4 continents are represented in this room, and 24 countries. There is no other explanation than the Lord's hand is in this gathering, and we rejoice that we are able to share this occasion with you. Just a couple of things that are not on the notes that you will receive. I would like to remind you all to close the door when you enter into this auditorium, because we have air conditioning on and we don't want it to get hot. So please try to remember that. Additionally, if you have cell phones or any devices that go off during the services, please put them to sleep during the devotions, during the services, so that they will not disturb others. Something new this year, among many things, is the fact that this convention will be broadcast on the internet, so that brethren around the globe will have some understanding of what happens here at a Pan-African convention. Many of your brethren are curious because not all of them have the blessings of traveling here. And so we rejoice that such provision has been made on this occasion. I want to give you a couple of reminders that I have been given to share with you so that you will know how to help things run more smoothly for us. First of all, I would say that the name tags, and I mentioned this earlier, please wear them at all times so that brethren can look and know who you are and where you come from. I would say, secondly, that we have schedules that need to be followed. And one of the sheets that you have is a white sheet that was in your envelope. It has the schedule for this morning's activities. And on the reverse side, it has the schedule for beginning this afternoon and until the end of the convention. And I would ask you, brethren, to be able to follow the schedule, to be prompt in coming to the services. That is your commitment to God. So we expect that you will fulfill that obligation. I would say additionally that we have tried to do a number of things to make you comfortable and to share the blessings that you receive. One such provision is a table over here on this end where letters can be written to brethren that are home, wherever your home is from. We would like them sent to brethren with greetings and telling them about the blessings that you have received. We don't want just general letters, but this is a spiritual opportunity to share those blessings with others who did not have the privilege you have. And in doing this, if you live in the United States, you don't have to worry about putting down the address if you don't know it. But if you are writing to anybody else from any other country, please write their name and address. If you do not put their name and address, unfortunately, they will not get your letters. So please be sure that you do that. They will be mailed at the conclusion of the convention to those to whom they are intended. Also, in your envelope, you were given pens. So please use one of the pens that is in your envelope when you come up to sign the cards. We have a limited number of pens available here, but we placed 2 of them in your envelope, so please bring that with you. Also, we will close by saying on this information that the book, the letter table will be open throughout the convention when the auditorium is open. But it ends on Saturday night. It will not be available on Sunday morning. So if you wish to greet your brethren, please do so. Among the very important services of this convention is that of the chairman. For want of time, I'm not going to ask you all to stand, but please, if you are a chairman, it is important that you know what your responsibilities are. We have over there on the wall, I believe, near that water cooler, we have some sheets there that the chairman should look to so that they will know what their services or when their services will be. And that Brother Brian, who was up here before and was playing the keyboard, will give you a special sheet that gives you instructions as to how you are to conduct your role, and especially to have those brethren who are going to participate in various programs know what they're to do. You need to find them early, but if you follow those guides specifically, you will not have any difficulty at all. As you know from this morning's program, we have something called a breakout session. And at the conclusion, at the end of my remarks, you will have a brief intermission to go to your location. For those who are attending the sisters meeting, you will go across from the cafeteria or the dining hall into building RAA, go through the front door and turn left. There's a lounge in there with chairs. That is where you will meet at 9:45 this morning. There's a second group that we'd like to mention, those who are going to participate in the young adults program. You'll go through this door and you take a left and you'll find a room that is set up, and there you will have your studies. The rest of you will remain in the auditorium for our special witness program that will take place at the same time from 9:45 to 11:45. Let me conclude with a testimony, because I'm not going to testify, but I think I would say that I appreciate the effort that each of you made. And if you were to testify, you would probably say how you have experienced various things. I happen to know how all of you came here. I don't know each individual delay that you had, because sometimes the planes don't connect as you would like, and sometimes you're inconvenienced, and you don't get here in time, and we've had to make special arrangements to pick you up at all odd hours. I know that that's an inconvenience. Let me give you a brief testimony for myself, and then I will close. Last week, Saturday, Brother Brian, my son, and Sister Kathy, my daughter, who lives with me, incidentally. Brother Brian does not live with me, but he traveled to my home because he was going to serve on Sunday another group of brethren. And so Brother Brian, Sister Kathy, and I traveled a few hours away to another state, actually. And Brother Brian served. And we had a wonderful, wonderful time. And on Sunday, after all those blessings, we started back for home. I'm not going back to my home at the conclusion of this convention, because after living in that house for 54 years, as we drove, intending to go home, we got some telephone calls indicating that my house was on fire. Yes. And so we drove, and the house was on fire, and we retrieved what items we could salvage, and we slept Sunday night at a hotel. We did not have all of our clothing and had to do some quick shopping on Monday morning. So if I don't always wear a tie, which I like to wear, you'll know why I didn't wear it. And so, but we're here. And I'm glad to be here, because there's no place I would rather be than with my brethren, because they provide strength to me. And I hope that in your reaction, your fellowship one with the other, that you will say that anything that happens in your life, the Lord permits it to help refine you. So in conclusion, I would say, may this be the best convention that you have attended thus far. But more than that, may you apply the lessons that you receive, put them into practice, remembering that we have a theme text that reminds us in Joshua 24:15, that for me, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. If that is your life principle, the Lord will bless you. Have a blessed convention. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Homer. We will close this service with the singing of 1,000 Years, which is hymn 152. We will sing all 4 verses. Please stand on the final verse if you can, after which we will ask Brother Homer to close this session with a word of prayer. Hymn 152.